It's race day in Budapest as we get ready for another round of Formula One action. We're not expecting too many retirements at this circuit. There are plenty of current and former drivers with flawless finish rates here. In particular, Ralf Schumacher, who made it across the line in all 10 of his Hungarian Grand Prix starts. 14 corners then for our drivers to navigate at the 2.7-mile Hungaroring today. It's 6 lefts and 8 rights around a lap here, with average speeds in the region of 120 miles per hour. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. An immense lap from Michael Schumacher yesterday puts him on pole position, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Piastri, Russell, Max Verstappen and Antonelli, Stroll, Albon, Gasly and Charles Leclerc, Martins, Behrman, Liam Lawson and Hülkenberg, Dirksen, Webber, Franco Colapinto and Paul Aron, Hadjar, Mayer, Tsunoda and Gabriel Bortoleto rounds off the grid. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today. And alongside me today, former Formula One driver and former world champion too. See, told you I'll give you a big intro. Anthony Davidson, hello. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers that, some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, those pre-race rituals are essential to making things systematic. We do a lot of Grand Prix in a season, and the more systematic you can be, the easier you are within that environment.
Right, back of the grid. I mean, there is literally only one direction we can go from here, so try and move forward and see if we can get something out of it. DRS now enabled. DRS enabled. out of time to the car behind. Let's keep pushing. Okay, gap to the car ahead, 1.6 seconds. No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. Okay, clear. Tyre wear's higher than we're expecting. We've got a new strategy available on your MFD if you want it. Copy that. Caution, caution. Okay, gap to the car in front, 6.3 seconds. The gap is currently about 6 seconds to the next car. Let's see if we can reduce it when we can. P12, you got P12. That's Victor ahead. Okay, gap ahead, 6.1 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Okay, Bearman's behind. Okay, the gap is less than a second. Okay, gap to leader, 24.9 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Your pit window is going to open in 3 laps time. Pit window opens in 3 laps. Okay, 12 laps to go. Okay, Victor's in the pits. He's coming in for his stop now. Okay, we're approaching the pit window. You're going to be on softs. Car ahead's coming to fit the mediums. Car ahead now running medium tyres. Okay, you're in the top 10. Gap to your teammate behind, 12.2 seconds. Try to stay with them. They might make a mistake. Okay, we want you to pit this lap, so push now, push.
Copy.
gap. You need to give that place back, I'm afraid. That was an illegal overtake. Car ahead of you's just fitted the hard tyres. Car ahead now on the hard compound. Remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as you approach and make sure you don't speed. Look after these tyres now, we want to finish the race on this compound. Right, the gap to the teammate ahead of us, 17.7 seconds. Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. And gap to the car in front, 4.5 seconds. You're dropping a second a lap to the car behind, 1 second. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 10.8 seconds. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 17.7 seconds. Okay, final lap. Let's go. Final lap. Race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
This is a joke.
And another win to add to his ever-increasing tally. Here's your winner, Michael Schumacher.
I know every race has equal importance in terms of points, but when you get to this part in the championship, it's clearly on your mind as you're looking to see how far up the order you can finish. And races like this certainly help that.
And here we are, a team that is no stranger to the podium, taking their place on top once again. A sublime race today, and a stunning win for Ferrari. Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.